Hello everyone, my name is UMESH. Today I am going to explain about Introduction to EJB. Let's know about the agenda for us today is the mainly content covered in this PPT is we learnt about what is EJB and what are all the types of EJB and what is the main definition of EJB and what is the main difference between RMI and EJB. So basically we know about what is EJB. EJB expansion form is Enterprise Java Bean. EJB is an acronym for Enterprise Java Bean. It is a specification provided by Sun Microsystems to develop secure, robust and scalable distributed applications. EJB to get information about distributed applications, and to run the EJB application we need an application server, that is EJB container. Without EJB container we can't run that file such as JBoss, Glassface, WebLogic, WebSphere, etc. And EJB is performs lifecycle management, security, transaction management and object pooling. EJB application is deployed on the server, so it is called server side component. So EJB is basically a server side component. That is why it's all about it care and it performs a lifecycle management and security and all. This is the main definition of EJB. After that, when we use EJB, that means when we use Enterprise Java Bean, so application needs remote access. In other words, it is distributed. This application needs to be scalable. EJB application supports load balancing, clustering and failover. This EJB application needs encapsulated business logic. EJB application is separated from presentation and persistent layer. And let's know about what are all the main types of EJB. That is, there are three types of Enterprise Java Bean. That means three types. Very first is session bean and message driven. So session beans means session beans contain business logic that can be invoked by local and remote or web service client. Second one, message driven bean. Like session bean, it contains the business logic, but it is invoked by passing messages. It's not invoked by local or remote. It's only passing the messages. After that it could be invoked. And the difference between RMI and EJB. The main difference are these three things. One is in RMI, middleware services such as security, transaction management, object pooling, etc. need to be done by the Java programmer. But in EJB, Enterprise Java Bean, middleware services are provided by EJB container automatically. Already we know that. After that, in RMI, it's not a server side component. It is not required to be deployed on the server. RMI is basically not a server side component, but EJB is a server side component. Already we discussed in previous slides. EJB is a server side component. It is required to be deployed on the server. And one more, RMI is a built on top of socket programming. In EJB, EJB technology is built on top of RMI. So these are all the main difference between RMI and EJB. So this is what all about what is the main definition of EJB, and we learned what is the types of EJB and when we are used and what are all required while use EJB applications and what is the difference between RMI and EJB. Thank you all.